I know, not anymore. She's back, y'all. Love is in the air. And to all the lovebirds out there, happy Valentine's Day, right, Kara?
Am I supposed to? I was like, am I supposed to be in this shot with you? But anything worth doing takes work, and a relationship is no different, especially a 10-plus year one.
Yeah, where that's all of us. Okay, so today, writer, speaker, and relationship expert Denna Babul. She's our friend. She's back with some advice for keeping our relationships fun and fresh and thriving for years to come. Hi.
Hi,
I'm so well, I've seen her.
I know,
She's my
yes.
But I'm just so happy you're here. All right, we want to talk about, and you're so good at kind of helping us break things down in a real simple way. And we want to talk about the team approach to relationships and communication. Why is this so important?
You know, I've been with my husband for 22 years. Now, we dated 8.
But I didn't realize it was 22
years.
Wow.
Yeah, not married that
Good
long,
for
but
you.
together
Yeah.
22.
That's a lot.
And made it 5 years long distance. So it took me, I know,
closer,
right?
Kara.
Come
I'm
on,
sorry.
show us the love, Kara.
Okay, sorry.
It's all
I
right.
think that I didn't really understand, you know, the hard parts of marriage until later on, especially COVID. Hello, we all fell apart. But I think the team approach works because you can do it in 10 or 15 minutes and we don't have a lot of time, right?
Okay.
So the T would be touch.
Okay.
So hold each other's hand or touch or put your foot on
I
them.
never think about that.
Well, you
When
got to
you're
touch
mad or
when you're
upset.
mad or when you're just talking for the
No, I
10 or
know.
15 minutes, right?
Okay.
But they're scrolling through the sports. You can
Right.
touch them.
Okay.
Okay.
So touch is good because it connects you and the energy's there,
Sure.
right? E meaning explore, about dreams, about what's going on in your world today.
Okay.
Don't get stuck about what happened at work today like I do.
Right.
You know, kind of like what are you excited about over the next 6 months or what's going on in your world? The A would be appreciation.
Oh.
You know, this is easy for all of us.
Yeah.
So telling them how much you appreciate them.
I tell Jim. I'm
Yeah.
good at that.
Yeah.
I write him texts a lot and just say, like, love what we're doing to the house because I know it's an expense and I want him to know how much I appreciate
Is that
it.
his love language?
His love language is acts of service and, and words of affirmation.
So here's the thing. In my marriage, I was doing my love language.
Yeah.
Which is spending time with me or touch.
Okay.
Right?
You got to do
His is
theirs.
acts of service.
Yes.
Okay.
So I started waking myself up and going to the sports games more and doing other things.
Proud of you.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good.
Because you got to love them in their language.
Sure.
Honestly,
Right.
that's a big one.
Sure.
And then M is movement. Right? Making sure you have a plan or you do something with them.
Yeah.
Right? So making a plan, even if it's a couple of months out, year out, whatever.
You need to do more of that.
I know.
You need
well,
to do
I should
that.
say, I remember when we were dating or even when we were first married, and we would, like, to take the word literally, we would work out together all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even remember, and it was so fun to do that.
Right, but
we
y'all
never do that.
She has all the sports, and of course she's in the thick of it now.
Yeah,
Baby
yeah.
It is the
Liza,
thick.
and
It
I
is
always
the
tell her,
thick.
I'll babysit, Trent will babysit, Dean will babysit.
yeah, I'll babysit.
For date night, y'all need to have that time. Are y'all going out tonight? I'm going to text
No,
him.
and we don't. No, it's fine.
They're going to Chick-fil-A tonight.
Yeah.
That's fine, and that's fine too.
Sure.
As long as you get alone time. Kevin laughed at that.
Relationships ebb and flow. Sometimes we're talking, sometimes we're not. So what do we do when we're on communication autopilot, so to speak?
That's a bad, scary thing to do.
Okay,
Because we've all been there.
Sure.
And I think we go back to like the beginning of our relationship and we're like, we can do autopilot. We're fine. And you're talking to all your friends and telling them what to do in their life. If you wait too long and you just get too comfortable with that, you go your separate ways.
Right.
And it's hard to go all the way back.
Right.
Isn't that scary? I just hit a little nerve.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Because we all
Sure.
get in those ruts.
I've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's easy, right? I mean, you've always been with yourself. So it's very easy to just keep life going along and
It's
not
also
be a
easy.
team member.
It's also easy to say this is a rough situation here. We got to do this, and that later today, or we have family coming in town. We're going to put that on the back burner.
Right.
And then other people feel it. It becomes a little uncomfortable.
Sure.
You have to get in on it, and it doesn't have to be a big talk. I'll tell you the other thing. Don't have your big talks in the sexy room.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
it outside.
Oh, you
or
got
take
a sexy
walk.
room, Dana?
Excuse me.
Well, I've
A few?
redone my room, and I put a picture. It says love on it. It's very sexy.
I love
my
that.
husband loves his pink.
Okay, I
that's
just thought of
nice.
something that Jim does, and sorry, I'm going to call you out. He's not
Jim.
watching.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Because we're all guilty of we parent not just the kids, but then we start parenting the spouse.
Yeah.
I don't do that to him, do I? I don't think so. He definitely does
Does it
that
to
to
you.
me, but he's kind of a know-it-all. He runs his own business, so he's kind of bossy. I don't like it.
Love is in the air.
Right, I'm sorry, I got upset for a minute.
You know, I'm probably the parent in my relationship, you know. And we've switched. We've switched now. He parents because we all switch roles, right?
okay.
Either they chased you in the front,
Yeah.
and you chase them in the back, or whatever.
true.
We switch off.
Yeah.
And so I think you just have to say, is this something that is going to make us feel closer? Or is this going to make me feel like I sound like his parent?
Yeah.
Good. I want to get to this
I would
last question.
say, okay, all right. I was just
finish
going
it.
to say, well, I was just going to say, I had a thought that I feel like the biggest thing I've learned is just letting him be who he is.
Well, yeah.
And that's like the hardest thing to do on both accounts because you want to control things, but you can't.
I
Just
think
let
you
them be
can
who
let
they are.
them, any person be who they are as long as they give
Yeah.
you what you need. And
Yeah,
that's where it
that's
gets
true.
a little, but I
Right.
would say that teddy bear on your hand is real sexy. for
Thank
tonight.
you.
It is.
Thank you. My daughter did those. They're tattoos.
beautiful.
All
Okay,
right.
last
When you've
one.
been in a relationship for 10 plus years, it's easier than you would think to get in a communication rut. So where do you suggest we start to like rebuild the relationship, the bridge? Like one or two things.
Oh, I think understanding we've talked about this a lot, if you have a conflict, you have to deal with it pretty quick. The longer you go without
No
dealing with
silent treatment,
conflict,
Kara. Okay.
silent isolation is
don't do it.
terrible, right? You also
Sorry.
don't want to follow them around the
Called her
house,
out.
which I've done.
Oh, I've done that
Yeah,
too.
but
He
I
does
think
not like
I
that.
think you have to understand how they resolve conflict. Do they need space? And you're like the charger. And just so y'all know, statistics, women are the pursuers. So we're always pursuing the argument or the conflict. Maybe not aggressively.
No,
Sure.
but I do.
But
Yeah.
we pursue it, and we got to take a little break.
You know what, Dina? I miss you.
All right.
This
I
is
miss you
such
too.
great advice.
This is good.
Guys, remember, you just got to take it all in. We got to do that team approach.
Okay.
And we'll have Trent post this later so y'all can get it in
Make
touch.
love, not war.
That's
like
right.
that.
Okay.
Dina.